Today I'm going to show you my entire collection of miniature sneakers. Let's go! What's going on, guys? This is Dwayne Shoots Toys, and today I'm bringing you a highly requested video of my miniature sneaker collection. I've received a lot of inquiries about these things ever since I posted my mini Jordan collection video back in 2019. People want to know where to buy these things. Can they fit on my fingers? Will they work with my action figures? Where do I get the shoe boxes? So I'm going to do my best to answer as many of these questions as possible, and then I'm going to go over my entire collection, everything from Yeezys to Jordans to Dunks and everything in between. I've got about 50 to 60 pairs. There's a lot to see, so let's get to it. Now, the first question you might have is, why do I own so many of these miniature sneakers? Well, there's two reasons for that. Number one is that I'm a toy photographer, and basically what I do is I build miniature scenes using action figures and props, and then I take photos of those scenes to create art. A lot of the scenes that I work on revolve around sneakers, so buying these things is an investment for me because I can incorporate them into my work. The second reason is that right now I can't afford a lot of these high-end sneakers because some of them cost thousands of dollars. So by buying these miniature versions of them, I can kind of satisfy that craving for these cool sneakers. The next question is, where can you buy them? Well, the first time I bought these sneakers was actually in Hong Kong. I was over there for a friend's wedding, and in Kowloon there's an area called Mongkok. And in that area, they have a lot of little shopping arcades that sell toys and accessories. And I was able to find a lot of these miniature sneakers over there for pretty cheap, so I bought a whole bunch of them. But most people won't get a chance to visit Hong Kong, so the alternative is to order online. There are websites like kicksmini.com, minisneakershop.com. You can also find them on eBay if you just search for mini sneakers or 1/6 scale sneakers. There are lots of people selling these on Instagram as well. If you just search for hashtag mini sneakers or hashtag finger shoes, you should be able to find some. You might be able to find some on AliExpress as well. I haven't checked myself, but they usually sell miniature items just like this. The prices usually range from $10 to $25, but that depends on what kind of shoes you get and the shipping costs involved. Each of these companies will have different items in stock, and the shipping costs will be different. So I really recommend taking a look around at a bunch of different places before making an order. The sneakers normally come on keychains, but I take them off for my photography. These are 1/6 scale. They usually sit between 4.5 to 5.5 centimeters in length, which is around 2 inches. And for comparison, here are some actual Jordans that I got as a part of a brand deal I did on TikTok a while back. This is the Jordan 6 infrared black. And this is the Jordan 3 in the stealth colorway. Another question that people want to know is, can these fit on your fingers? Well, the answer is yes and no. It really depends not only on the size of your fingers, but on the type of shoe that you get. In some cases, there's a lot of space to fit your finger in, but in other cases, the opening is very small. If they don't quite fit, you can try using a hairdryer to heat them up, and that might help, but it really varies from sneaker to sneaker. I've seen a lot of people use these with fingerboards. Personally, I can't do any tricks at all, so I'm not gonna try, but they still look pretty cool. As far as action figures, most of these will work with 1/6 scale 12-inch figures. In some cases, you might need to make some minor modifications to the foot pegs, but they'll usually work. Unfortunately, they'll be a little bit too big for the 6 or 7-inch figures, 1/12 scale stuff, things like Marvel Legends, but you might be able to find some smaller sneakers in that scale if you search around. I just don't have any of them myself. The final question is, where do you get the shoe boxes? Well, I built these miniature shoe boxes myself. I basically made a little template in Photoshop and printed it out and then folded it together. If there's enough interest, maybe I'll make a separate video showing you how I made the boxes. If you'd like to see that, leave me a comment below. I've also seen some sellers that have shoe boxes for sale, but in many of those cases, the shoe boxes are too large because they're designed to hold a keychain part in addition to the sneakers. So if you're buying a shoebox online, look carefully to make sure it's the exact size that you want. Okay, now that I've answered most of the common questions, let's get to the collection. While you're watching, leave me a comment and let me know which one of these sneakers is your favorite. We'll start off with my Travis Scott collection. These are some of my favorites. I really like what he's done with his collabs. I've got the Jordan 1 with the reverse swoosh. If you look at the back, you'll see a mini logo. The camera didn't quite pick it up, but it's there. Also, this sneaker has a little bit of extra detail with some logos on the inside. Most of the other sneakers are blank on the inside. They don't have any detailing, so be aware of that if you decide to buy some. This is the Jordan 4. I love the colors on this one, a really nice blue with some black and red accents. Here's the Jordan 6. This one's cool because they included that extra pocket on the side. It's got some nice little details. And finally, we've got the Nike SB Dunk with that really cool paisley and plaid pattern on the side. Next up, we've got some more Nike SB Dunks as well as some Air Force Ones. These are the Chunky Dunkies, the Ben & Jerry's collab, really big sneaker. On the real ones, they have some fuzzy material on the sides, but this is just plastic. You'll notice that the inside isn't colored like on the real ones, which is kind of a disappointment, but they still look pretty good. I've also got the Heineken SB Dunks, green with the red laces. And of course, you've got to have the Pigeon Dunks. These are some white Air Force Ones. You can see the Air written on the lower part there. And then there's these G-Dragon Air Force Ones. The real sneaker has a scratchable paint job that reveals another design underneath, but I don't think you can do that with these ones. Here we have a few more assorted Nikes, starting with the Air Mags from Back to the Future. These are some super iconic sneakers. One thing you'll see is that the space at the top is pretty small, so you might not be able to fit your fingers inside of it, but other than that, I really like these. Here are the metallic gold Supreme Uptempos. These ones have quite a bit of detail. And on the inside, you'll see the Supreme and Nike logos. Next up, we have some Air Maxes. I have a couple of different colors. These are my Foamposites. They're actually made of a different material than the other sneakers that I have. This is like a rubbery material. I found that they get marked up a little bit more easily, which is why these foams are looking kind of dirty. And we've got some Kobe's. I actually 3D printed these ones myself and painted them, which is why they don't look quite as professional as the others. But I needed to use these for the Kobe in Heaven birthday photo that I posted last year. Next up are the Yeezys. We've got some Nike ones as well as the Adidas Yeezys. Here are the Solar Red Air Yeezy 2s. And of course the Red Octobers. They included the Velcro strap too, which is a nice added detail. And I've got a bunch of Yeezy 350s. I made an older video about them a while back, so you can check that out on my channel. However, I did pick up a few new colorways since then, which you can see here. And lastly, we've got the Wave Runners, the Yeezy 700s. I also have a few more pairs from Adidas. I got these NMDs, which have quite a bit of detail. They have this writing on the back. I also have the white version as well. And we've got these green Pharrell NMD sneakers. I like these a lot. And of course, we've got some classic shell toes. I took the laces out of these for a project, but they normally have laces in them. Okay, we've got the Jordans now, and as I mentioned earlier, I made an entire video just going through my Jordan collection. So you can see that if you want more info, because I go over each pair in a lot more detail. But I did pick up a few new Jordans in the last couple months. Most notably, the Dior's. There was tons of hype around these when they first got released. Here are some Lightning 4s. I used these in the Bruce Lee sneaker shopping shot that I did. If you want to see a behind the scenes video for that, it's on my channel. These are some 3s that I customized myself. I painted them purple and added a Raptors logo on the side. And I got a pair of the Jordan 7 Raptors as well. And finally, I've got a few more random pairs. I got some Crocs. I don't know why I got these, I just thought they were funny. These are the Reebok Zig Kineticas. They were sent to me by Reebok Canada to use in a promo video that I made for them. And I actually gave away a real pair of these sneakers on my Instagram page back in February last year. I got these for my Bruce Lee figure. They don't have as much detail as my other sneakers, but they were only a couple of bucks, so I had to pick them up. Here are some knockoff Chuck Taylors. They actually say Toys on the back instead of Converse All-Stars. And finally, I got these New Balances, which I custom painted for my Buzz Lightyear photo. They're a bit worn down now, but still cool to have. So that's my collection. This is my first video of 2021, and I'm gonna make a commitment to post a lot more content on YouTube this year. So keep coming back for more videos, and thanks for watching.